it, so I will play it back for you later on in the program. The key parts of what Wilpon and Wright said, and here's the essence, because there was a little bit of, just a little bit of not mystery, but just a little, shell game going on. David came out and told you after Jeff spoke that he will be activated for the last homestand. Whether or not he plays in any of those games, maybe he pinch hits, he will start the one game on the 29th at third base. And he said to you that the way things are, he realizes that he's reaching the end. He did not. And I think this has more to do with business, contracts, insurance, and everything else. He told you he was going to be activated. He told you he has no future, that he's not going to get better, but he did not retire today. He never used the word. He did not officially retire. Officially retire would mean he doesn't play any more games. We know he's coming back to play at least one more game, maybe more. He might pinch hit before that. He might even play before that. Who knows? It might be a nice sunny day and he says, I want to play. I don't know that. But he did not on purpose, and I had tweeted that out a while ago, that he was going to be activated but would not officially retire today. And that's exactly what happened. He did not officially retire, but he told you that without having to, he told you goodbye. In essence, hey, now, did he leave the door open that if he felt amazingly better? Maybe an inch or maybe 0.1%. But in essence, he said goodbye. He was emotional. He said he can't get better. He can't get through it. It takes him, forever to get ready to play a game. He did not look good when he played. So the Mets are allowing him to go out the right way. Nice of them to do that. They don't have to. This could turn ugly in a lot of senses. It didn't here. They wanted to be part of the organization going forward. You know that they'll give him a day sometime early next year when he finally does officially retire, which will probably come in the offseason. He did not, on the line did not, and they want you to know that, officially retire today. That's important for whatever business or insurance or whatever they're doing, or whatever the relationship they have, and that's their business. Who cares? What do you care what who's getting what and what pocket it's going in? I mean, don't worry about that stuff. Bottom line is you get to see him again. As a Met fan, I would think you're going to go out there and fill the stadium for him that day. It'd be nice if you did. He'll play the game on the 29th, and then he'll ride into the sunset sometime during this offseason. So they gave him a chance to have his moment. It has been frustrating. He has not looked good in his return. The Mets admitted that. They stated that a couple of days ago, that he did not look good. He had not gotten better. Things had not improved. It also took him forever. Absolutely took him forever to prepare for games. Eddie C., who I'll pop up along the way here, is very close to David. And I know he told Eddie that he just wanted to get back on the field, that it was important for him, and that he'll just basically take it from there. But he wanted to get back on the field, and the Mets allowed that to happen. That's really what this is about. He wanted to get back on the field. It's not easy for him to get back on the field. This has not gone well for him. It's been very frustrating for him, very tough for him, very painful for him. It takes him a very long time to even get ready for a game. But he wanted to get back on the field. He's gotten back on he will get back on the field. He will have his moment. Hopefully it's a nice one for him. He's earned that. And then he will eventually officially ride off into the sunset. And the Mets, as they told you, would like him to be a part of the organization. In what capacity he wants to do that. Now, I don't know that David Wright wants to, be a coach or a manager. Remember, you got to put in a tremendous amount of time. A lot of the athletes who have made a lot of money, and David has made a lot of money. A lot of those athletes don't want to be coaches and managers anymore because they don't want to put in the time. They've made a ton of money, and they don't want to. You got to put in a lot of time. You got to put in a lot of months and a lot of hours, and they don't want to do that. And forget it for coaches. They don't want to do that because the coaches for guys who didn't make as much money and need to get paid. That's the guys who are coaches. The guys, the big stars, they don't want to be coaches. They don't want to put in that grunt work. They just don't want to do it. Maybe one or two of them want to be managers. And managers get paid a lot better, but still, some don't even want to do that. So where his future lies, we'll see. But right now, in the immediate future, all as a Met fan you need to know about is that obviously the end is near, and number two, you will get to see him one more time, at the minimum. He will be activated for that entire homestand. He will start on the 29th. So that's where we are today with the Mets. No surprise, no real surprise there. When we said yesterday there'd be an announcement today, this is what we were expecting. We've been hearing this for weeks, that this would be the way they would go out. You know, that it would be something along this scenario. So now that they have officially done it, there we are. We move on. Two things. Number one, I will be at the Terry Bradshaw event tonight at the Tiller Center. I don't know if they have tickets left. They might. If they do, go check it out. I will be there. It's 8 o'clock at the Tiller Center. Number two, I want to thank Bruce Beck. I had a family thing this morning, and every year I do the FDNY Foundation 9/11 breakfast. I've done it every year since 9/11. They had it today at the New York Athletic Club, and I couldn't make it. I had a family thing to deal with early this morning. And Bruce Beck was nice enough to step in for me and do the job. They texted me that he did a great job. Bruce is really good at that stuff, so I thank him for doing it. I want to thank him publicly for doing it because he did a great job. It was nice for him to fill in for me. So I appreciate him doing that. He's good at that stuff. He's, he and I have both, at different times done the same event a couple of times, and I've seen him do it, and he does a good job. So I asked him to fill in for me today on this when something came up. So I appreciate him doing that. I just want to thank him publicly for doing that. I didn't have to do it. So thank you, Bruce, for that. I got something else to tell you that what we did today, but I'll tell you that. I promised I'd save that till 4 o'clock, so we'll do that a little later. We'll get to that. And then after a quick break, and we'll get some people on about Wright. I cannot get Wright yet because of the still Met thing with the stations, and I can't. So I hope to have him soon. I cannot get him today the way this is working. I tried, but right now we're not there yet. We're moving in maybe to a new direction with them as far as guests and everything, but we're not there yet. I tried today, but we weren't able to do it. We'll put somebody on about David. I'll put Eddie C. on about David also, because I tell you right now, Eddie's been around David more than anybody, and Eddie is very close with David. So we'll put Eddie on, and maybe we'll try to get a Terry Collins or a Willie Randall, someone like that, on about David also. When I come back after a quick break, I want to talk about our beloved New York Yankees.